right, seniors, welcome to Module 2, where we start talking about professional documents. And in this module, you're going to be required to have 3 professional documents. One is a resume, and the other 2 are cover letters. One is a cover letter for employment, and the other one is a cover letter for college application. So I just wanted to take a look quickly. If you don't have these documents already, if you're going to be creating new ones, I want to show you how to use templates in Google Drive. These help you create a document that looks professional, has a professional layout, and puts most of the important parts in there for you. So if you've never used a template before in Google Docs, what you can do is you can go to New, and if you use Google Docs, this arrow over here allows you to create a document from a blank document, which you've probably done a ton of times in your life. It also allows you to create a document from a template. So if you choose from a template, it'll take you to a new screen that shows you a bunch of preset templates that Google Docs has set up already. So there are templates for essays and reports. But if I start to scroll down a little bit here, you get into a couple sections that come in really handy this week, which is letters and resumes. Letters and resumes. So I just scroll down a little ways and you get to letters and resumes. One thing I want you to notice is that for a lot of these, there's a matching letter and resume. So for instance, if you choose letter Spearmint, there is a resume called Spearmint. There's a resume called Modern Writer. There's also a letter called Modern Writer right here. So if you are doing a resume and a cover letter, it's nice to pick the same template for each, or the same style of template for each. That way they'll match each other, and so that's kind of a nice touch. So for instance, if I want to do a resume, I can choose this resume template, and maybe I want to go with Spearmint. If I pick that, Google Docs will automatically create a document that gets you set up with everything that you should typically need in a beginning resume. Now, you don't have to pick all of these headings. If you, for instance, if you don't want to have skills, but you want to have something like an objective, then you could just click on skills here, or double click on skills, and you could type over that and replace it with objective. If you want to rearrange some things, you can take a section like, for instance, they always say with a resume, put your most important thing first. So if your education is really strong, you got great grades, and you've got a lot of things to brag about in terms of education, but not a lot of work experience, you should probably move education above experience. If it's the other way around, if you have a lot of really good work experience, but maybe not quite as much going on from an education perspective, you can leave them in this order. But if you do want to rearrange them at all, I would suggest you just take the section. So if I wanted to put education above experience, I would just take this whole section and I would cut it. I can do that with Control X. And then I would go above experience, or before experience, and I would paste it in there with Control V for paste. And most of you guys know how to cut and paste. So you can rearrange the sections if you need to. You can change the section headings if you need to. So for instance, maybe you don't want awards at all, but you have a different section that you'd like to use. You could either get rid of this or you can replace it with something else. But the template gets you set up, gives you some nice professional design, and tells you what you need, and kind of gets you pointed in the right direction. Doesn't mean you're held hostage to it or anything, but you can change it as you see fit. So that is a resume template. This is the Spearmint resume template. If you wanted to create a letter, you could do the same thing. You could go to a new Google Doc from template. And if you wanted to write a cover letter, you could just scroll down and find letters. And if I've already used that Spearmint for my resume, then I could probably use Spearmint for this letter as well. And that'll get you set up. Once again, it'll create a document for you that has everything you need in place. It's already got some design work done for you, and it's just a matter of changing the information to match your needs. So that's how you use the templates. Nice, easy way to create professional looking documents that have all the parts that you should probably have. And that uses Google Docs. Now, if you are in Microsoft Word and you would like to use Microsoft Word, you can also search for templates in Microsoft Word when you go to New. There are a bunch of different templates available to you. There's going to be some suggested, but if you want a resume template, you can search for resume down here and it will look for templates for you, and you might find an attractive resume template that works well for you. Once again, just like with Google Docs, they have names like modern chronological resume, polished resume. Um, some of these are going to have matching templates, so you can look for a match too if you're looking for the same template for a resume and a cover letter.